Today I seem to be going on a snack making spree. What you see right now is just little organic potatoes. They were like fingerling ones, so they're not really big. They're like little, about that wide, and excuse the glove because I'll explain what the glove is about. But anyway, and I washed them off and then I cut them into little finger kind of size pieces, chunky wedges, whatever you want to call them. And this is what they are going to look like before I actually bake them. Now this is the reason why I have the gloves on, and the reason why I should have had gloves on earlier, because I was actually making butternut squash pieces, and I bake it. I love butternut squash baked, and this is one of them. I got it in my organic box, well, a box of organic produce from the Fertile Grounds CSA. These jammies are super hard to cut when you don't have the appropriate kind of knife. I just have a kitchen knife. So anyway, this is a mixture of organic olive oil, extra virgin, and then any seasoning of your choice. I have Cajun seasoning on these, and I'm going to sprinkle a different kind of seasoning that I didn't want to put in here on top. And this is all that remains of my butternut squash. That's the very last piece. Haha. That jammy was so hard to cut, but I still have a lot more left. But anyway, getting back to these. After I do this, I take a piece of foil, I line a baking pan, which is underneath, and I just kind of spread them out. Get a little bit of the excess off, and you keep spreading them, etc., etc. And then you put them in the oven at about 350, and keep watching them as they will get browner, and you'll hear a lot of sizzle, and then you can poke them with a fork to see if it goes through or not, or you could leave it in a little longer for more crispy. It's up to you. So I'll be back to show the finished product. This is how they look prior to going into the oven. All nicely coated with an organic Chop House seasoning from a grinder right on top of them. And this could actually serve more than 2 people, but there's only 2 of us that's going to be eating this, so we're going to devour this as well. It's kind of a snack or a side dish. Back with the finished product. And here goes the finished product. It took roughly 45 minutes from putting it into the oven to the finished result. When I first took it out the oven, they sounded like screaming fans, thousands of them, all the way down a long hallway. You know, that sizzling sound that they make, and there's like that screeching in the middle of all of it. That was so weird. But anyway, I placed a nice little dollop of organic ketchup there on the side for, you know, dipping in. You can use whatever you want. I actually got this idea from these little packets that they sell in the produce aisle for it's like a coating that you put on top of the potato slices or potato wedges, and then you put them in the oven. All you have to do for that is like a seasoning pack, and you add oil, follow the instructions, yada yada. And I figured, why not make my own seasoning so that I know exactly what's in my food. I minimize the amount of preservatives and extras that I don't want to be putting into my system or giving to my daughter. And as a little, I don't know, nice notice or a nice saying of the day. You as parents, if you're a parent that's watching, or a sibling, or anyone, you have the ability to overwhelmingly influence what it is that your children intake, or the children around you intake into their system. I have noticed that the more organic or raw or something different that I bring into the house, at first my daughter would be a little reluctant to eat it, but she would try it after I kind of like, try it. You never know until you try it. Stop saying no and turning down opportunities, because you just never know. And eventually, now she loves seaweed, which she never liked it before, but I ate it so much that she eats it. She didn't like butternut squash until today. She just kind of said, "Oh, are you making that butternut squash? Can I have some?" and requesting seconds. So I made it just for her, because my eating habits are influencing hers. But that's enough for this video. If you try something like this, let me know what seasonings or ingredients you put into your bowl. And basically you just put enough oil in a bowl to coat everything. Enough oil and enough seasoning. You tend to run out of oil before you run out of seasoning, so you just add just spoonfuls of oil until you've used up everything that you had, and then put it in the oven in one thin layer and bake it to your liking. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace out and be blessed.